What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. My name is Steve and I'm a reseller. I go to thrift stores and buy items to resell for profit on eBay and Poshmark. So this is going to be a what sold video, and the category is going to be clothing. I'm going to show you 12 items of clothing that recently sold for me. I'm going to tell you where I got them, what I paid for them, how long they took to sell, what they sold for, and the approximate net profit. This gives people a good idea of brands to look for and what these items are actually selling for. I'll pop them up on the screen and let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with a couple of small items. Now the smalls I usually pick up when I'm at the Goodwill bins because the buy cost is so cheap and one small item can cover my haul, so I pick them up. So the first one is a pair of Dunkin' Donuts socks. They're brand new. I found these at the Goodwill bins. So by weight, it probably cost 20 cents. They took about 1 month to sell. Sold for $11 plus $3 shipping, and I netted about $9. Doesn't seem like a lot of money, but if I bought 4 pounds, 5 pounds that day, that $9 more than paid for everything that it cost. Right, next up is a great brand, Chubbies. They make shorts, pajamas, stuff like that. I found this at the regular Goodwill, where I rarely buy clothing because they're expensive. So I paid up for these. I paid $5 only because I knew I would get a decent amount and that they would sell quick. They took 2 weeks to sell. I took an offer on eBay for $23 plus 4 shipping, and I netted $14. Let's take a look at a few things in sports. First one up is the Denver Nuggets. It was a Carmelo Anthony jersey. He no longer plays for the team, but this just goes to show you, even though someone no longer plays for a team, that their uniforms and stuff will sell. Not a lot of money, but it does sell. So I found this at the Goodwill bins. Probably cost 50 cents by weight. Took 3 weeks to sell. Sold for $18.75 plus 4 shipping, and netted roughly $15. Okay, here's another one. This is a New York Rangers jersey. It was a Lundqvist, who used to be the goalie for them, but no longer plays for them. But he was very popular with the team, and I assumed that his jersey would still sell. This was a youth jersey that I found at the Goodwill bins, so maybe, let's say $1.50 by weight. It took 1 month to sell. Sold for $15.75 plus $5 shipping, and netted about $13. Okay, here's a skateboarding brand, Thrasher. They used to make magazines. I don't know if they still do, but their clothing and their magazine was very popular in the skateboarding community. So this was a Thrasher t-shirt found at the Goodwill bins. Say 50 cents by weight. Was in excellent condition. Took 1 week to sell. Sold for $14.75 plus $4 shipping, and I netted roughly $12. For the t-shirt, this was a Vineyard Vines t-shirt. I got this free from a source who I get a lot of things from. Took about 4 months to sell. $15.75 plus 4 ship, and netted $13. Now Vineyard Vines, I love finding that. It's a really good brand. Their clothing is sort of expensive new, so their stuff doesn't carry over well into the pricing of reselling, but they definitely resell. Okay, here's a brand that is solid, but it's not like it used to be. Tommy Bahama. You can find the Hawaiian/camp shirts, they call them. Has the coconut shell buttons, and these used to sell in the 30s, and it seems the value has gone down. So I picked this up for $1 at a local thrift store. It took about 3 months to sell. I took an offer on Poshmark of $18, and I netted about $13. Here's a really good brand, Robert Graham. Okay, they have dress shirts. You typically can pick them out right away. They have the different pattern on the cuffs and inside the collars, and they're usually dress shirts. I don't know if they make polos, but their dress shirts are really popular. Okay, I paid $1 for this at a local thrift store. Sold in 4 months for $32.75 plus 4 shipping, and I netted roughly $27. Alright, let's look at some jeans. I love selling jeans. Alright, so this was a pair of Diesel, really good solid brand. There was the Thomer Skinny. I picked these up at the Goodwill bins, so by weight, let's say $2. Took 3 weeks to sell. I took a Poshmark offer of $30, and I netted about $22. Another solid brand is Levi's Silver Tabs. The silver tabs are very popular, the baggy ones. If you can find the vintage ones, those sell even better. So this was the more modern silver tabs, slim, straight. I paid $1 for these at a local thrift store. Took about 2 months to sell. Sold for $25.75 plus $8 shipping, and I netted roughly $20. Another pair of jeans. This is women's. The brand is Miss Me. They have like a lot of rivets and rhinestones and embellishments on them. This one I also paid $1 at a local thrift store. Took 2 weeks to sell. Sold for $27.75 plus $8.50 shipping, and netted roughly $22. And one more pair of jeans. This is another good brand, AG, Adriano Goldschmied. If you watch all my thrifting videos, you'll often see me pick these up, and I tell you about them. This was the Graduate. Picked these up for $2 at the Goodwill bins by weight. Took 2 weeks to sell. Sold for $24.75 plus $8 shipping, and netted roughly $18. Alright, freaking animals. Alright, so out of these 12 items, my total buy cost was $15.70. And that one pair of Chubby shorts were $5. I get clothing very cheap. That's why I love going to the Goodwill bins. So I spent $15 in change. Let's call it $16. After fees and recouping my buy cost, my net on these 12 items was $198. So pretty good return if you can get clothing cheap. Now of course, just because I'm showing you these doesn't mean go out and pick them up. You have to always comp things, and you have to take in consideration what your buy cost is compared to what it's actually selling for, and see if it's worth it. So hopefully you learned a new brand, and I appreciate you watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.